What's up everybody, I am Jaspreet Singh and welcome to the Minority Mindset. You've heard the stereotypes that Indians drive taxis, they own motels, and they run convenience stores. I mean, you remember Apu from The Simpsons, right? Thank you, come again. Come on, I know you remember. Well, it's more than just a stereotype. There's a lot of truth to this. But have you ever wondered why that's the case? Out of all the business possibilities in the world, every time you hop into a cab or you go to your local convenience store, why is there an Indian person working there? So in this video, I want to talk about that immigrant mindset of coming to a new country and building yourself financially. And to be fair, I can only speak from what I've seen. My family comes from a small state in India called Punjab, so I can't speak for everybody. Now, to really understand this, we gotta back up a little bit and see why people from India are even coming to America. When people leave their native homes to go to a new country, it's usually for one sole purpose: to have a shot at a better life. In some countries, it can be very hard to get ahead. Like in some places, your success or your lack of success is determined by what family you're born into. And I'm not saying like, oh, your dad's rich, so you're gonna be rich. No, I mean like if you have a certain last name, you won't be able to go to certain schools or hold certain jobs just because of what your name is or what family you're from. Excuse me, what's your name, sir? John Smith. Smith, huh? Smith, oh sorry, we don't hire Smiths here. Plus, you don't always have the same opportunities and resources that you do here in America. So now you have this big dream in your mind of going to this new country where anybody can be successful, and then you make the decision. You're gonna make the move. But it's not so simple. You're not just packing a bag and then saying, bye mom and dad, I'll see you over the holidays. No, you don't know if or when you'll ever get to see your friends and family again. For one, moving to a new country isn't cheap. Who knows what land you had to sell or how much debt you had to take on just so you can make the move. It's kind of like how college kids have to figure out a way to pay for these crazy spring break vacations. You're not making any money in college, and who knows if you're ever gonna make money after you graduate, but people keep finding a way to pay for these vacations, and sometimes it's with the help of student loans. And in this case, you're going for a long time. 2, you gotta say bye to everything and everyone that you love. Buy delicious Indian food. And 3, you're going to a new country where a lot of times you don't know the language, you don't know anybody, and you don't know the culture. Like, take baseball for example. People in America love baseball, but in baseball, you have these rounded bats, and then you swing at the ball with this form. In India, you have something similar, but you don't hold a rounded bat. You hold a flat bat, and you swing like this. But you got a dream in your mind and you gotta be willing to go through these changes to make it happen. So now you're getting ready for this journey and you get on the plane with your suitcase and a little bit of cash in your pocket, and you take this 20-hour journey to America, and you get off the plane and you're like, what the heck do I do now? I know, I'll eat at the American McDonald's. And that's when you realize, oh crap, it costs money to eat and survive, so then people start working wherever they can just so they can make ends meet. And that applies even if you have a professional degree. Like personally, I know a handful of people who came from India to America as doctors. Like they had medical degrees, but they had to work as janitors or at factories just so they could afford food. And you know how some people say that if you want to be financially sound, you should aim to save and invest 20% of your income? Well, it's kind of different when you come from India, because for one, anytime you get a paycheck, a big chunk of it is going back to India to support your family. And then you gotta remember why these people came to America for the first place. It was for a shot at a better life. So instead of saving and investing 20% of their income, they try to live off of 20 or 30% of their income and save every dollar and penny that they have left. That might explain why us brown people are so cheap. When I was young, my dad told me that there's no such thing as sick days because you can't afford that. You work pretty much 7 days a week and you only get a handful of days off a year, and that's including holidays. You might have to work multiple jobs, and then having 2 days off in a row, like a Saturday and a Sunday, is considered a long vacation. You're going to work early in the morning, you're not coming home until late at night, and then you're spending as little as possible just so you can save up for something bigger. Remember, they're coming here just because of a dream that they had. So now you're making a little bit of money and you're saving money, and then naturally you're gonna start meeting people with the same background as you because they understand you and it's easy to communicate with them. Finally somebody who can understand my accent. And as you start meeting these other people, you start learning about what they did to build themselves financially. And for a lot of Indian people who either did not pursue higher education or who wanted to do something creative, it's either driving a cab or a taxi, running a motel, or owning a convenience store. Why? Because they want something they can own and control because it's work in and results out. And to be completely honest, I don't know why it's these few specific things. I think it's because the first few people that came from India, they started either one of these things, and then this information just got passed down from one generation to the next. So then you take all this money that you've been saving up, and then you look at what guidance you have around you, and then you pick a path. And then you invest everything that you have into this business, and it becomes your new job, your life insurance, and your retirement plan all in one. And then you do this for a long time while keeping the same work ethic with no days off and busting your butt, and then you raise a family and you tell your kids, you have to become successful, so you need to become a doctor or an engineer, and yeah, that's where we are now, so we'll see where this cycle leads to next. So why am I sharing this story with you? Well, hopefully inspires you to do something. If you have a dream, go for it. Nobody's gonna do it for you, and now is the best time to start. And I wanna know, is this story something you can relate to? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up button and share it with one friend so we can help spread the word. Don't miss our new videos on entrepreneurship, business, and money every single week. So hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you actually find out when our new videos are released. And as always, keep hustling.